Hello.
Indeed. Hello and welcome to Let's Play Oddworld ABE'S EXODDUS. This is Edgar. I want to begin by giving two shout-outs, one to Tom himself for figuring a recording method out for this title, and one to Scorched594 for providing the platform itself. Cheers to you. Now then, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the early Oddworld series, they are platform games with an added twist. The ability of your character to talk comes into play very frequently. You will see what I mean when we begin the game, so let's get cracking. This is a tough game, so expect to be killed.
Okay.
One player option please.
Follow me.
I don't need to bother explaining the story as the game will do it on my behalf. It will also cover the fact that this game is a sequel.
In case it was too cheap to purchase our last game, let me tell you a bit about what happened. It was all about this Abe guy that worked in this dumb meat factory called Rupture Farms. The place was run by Glukkons, and they was on the verge of going out of business. They had already chopped up all the wild creatures, so now they had no choice but to chop up Abe and his buddies too. We gave Abe the ability to talk, so he could do the right thing and rescue his pals.
Hello. Follow me. Okay.
But some people didn't care about doing the right thing.
Hello. Oops.
They thought it was more fun to get them all shot. Or ground up.
Hello. Oops. I don't know.
Or crushed.
Oops.
Or even beaten. Needless to say, this pissed some folks off, and they didn't lift a finger to help Abe in the end. But if you was halfway decent about it, and tried your best to save Abe's buddies, the end would have been much better for Abe. And if you'd like to see it, you should dish out some cash and go buy this stinking game. And we gotta eat too, you know.
And there you have your backstory, or at least part of it. Suffice to say that the protagonist is Abe, and just like in the original title, our goal is going to be to rescue our Mudokon friends. The game will start us out in a place called the Necron Mines. An intro cutscene is coming, so I will remain silent and allow you to watch it in peace.
His scarred hand branded on Moon's odd face, this hero may free the Mudokon race. With skin of blue and spirit guides too, only he can save our bones from brew. But shall he fall to block and yoke? Mudokon nation be doomed to croak.
Long ago, the Mudokons brought their dead here. That was before the Glukkons started stealing our bones. They used Mudokon slaves to do it. Blind ones that couldn't see. The Glukkons didn't want anyone to know what they were digging up. And no one ever did. Not until the spirits of those bones paid me a visit. That's me. My name is Abe. I had just returned from saving 99 Mudokons from Rupture Farms.
Oops.
That's when they came to see me.
Abe, you're the savior of the Mudokons, so you gotta help us.
The Glukkons are digging up our bones.
You gotta come to Necron, Abe.
We had to do something, so me and some others left to search for Necro. Our journey started well. We were kind of excited.
Abe, you're just the greatest.
Okay. But by lunchtime, we were getting pretty tired.
Come on. Okay. How much longer?
By dinner, it was unbearable.
It's 'cause of you we're in this mess.
This bites!
Can I go home?
Oh. What's that?
Something big.
Where is that coming? Hey, look at that! It's a bone. I think we're close. Let's go!
Yeah, let's go. We're not supposed to be here. Look out, Abe! Oh.
Something smells.
Ew.
And so begins the game after that incredibly graceful entrance. Now, I must begin by announcing I have a bone to pick with the developers. It takes a special kind of prick to hide a secret area on the first damn screen. You can usually tell when there is a secret area by some empty bottles on the ground, but they are absent here, so that's just more developer dickery. You'll know for sure when you get that fancy tune and see a big Mudokon face in the background. Heads up, these secret areas tend to throw you right in the deep end. And this one here on the first damn screen of the game is no exception to this rule. So much for stealth. Yes, you got me. Congrats, you fucker. Almost everything in this game is a one-hit kill, so let's get to safety. While I hide under here, take a look down at the lower floor. You see those 3 Mudokons down there? Our job is to rescue them. Now here is where Abe's voice comes into play. In order to manipulate Mudokons into doing what you need them to do, you must talk to them. Let's start by getting the attention of all 3. And now what you will say the most.
Follow me.
Mudokons that are following you will continue to do so until you either tell them to wait, or tell them to work. Let's see what's on the screen to the left of here. This could be problematic. That could have gone better. So you all watched the Mudokons march right into that electrical field like bloody lemmings. I hate to say it, but they're all 2 bananas short of a bunch in that fashion. We need to take this slower, so that flying asshole needs to bugger off. Stop the 3 Mudokons before the field. Now here's what we need to do. That lever will do 2 things. It will both stop the electrical field as well as cause that flipper to drop, but only for a short moment. Since I am aiming to save all the Mudokons, let's get these chaps past the field one by one. Okay, second guy, you're up.
Follow me.
Be very careful with your timing on the lever, or you'll just end up frying the poor buggers.
Follow me.
Right, that's all 3 moved elsewhere. Quickly hop into this opening. We are safe here, and just as well because some stuff now warrants explanation. You no doubt see the big board with numbers.
Oh, yeah.
I will cover that momentarily.
Bumblebee.
You also might have seen some birds go flying when I entered this screen. There will be another in a moment. For now, I need the 3 Mudokons about to all use those valves in synchronization.
Work.
That opens the door, and we can proceed to the left. You'll pass through a big empty room, and at the far end you will find quite a lot of Mudokons. All of these Mudokons are sad, and while that's not important here, it will be a mechanic later in the game. So, you see the string of birds. Abe has the ability to chant, and chanting does 2 things. It can be used to mind control enemies, and it can also be used to turn a ring of birds into a portal. Any nearby Mudokons will rush for an open portal, and having them jump through one is the criteria for them to be considered safe. There are 300 in the game in total, and you'll have to save all 300 if you want the best ending. You can see how many are in the area, as well as how many you've fucked up and managed to kill by referring to that large board of numbers. Hopefully I can keep the casualty count down at 0. Let's set these ones free as well. That's all the Mudokons in this secret area, so now we just need to leave the same way we came in, and we need to not get bombed to shit in the process. Let's climb. Let me tell you where you can stick those bombs. Hey blood. Some of you might be curious as to whether it's necessary to find the secret areas in order to complete the game. Technically it is not. There are 3 endings. The perfect ending is received if you save every last Mudokon. The regular ending is received if you save at least 150, and the bad ending is received if you save less than 150. The bad ending will send you back to an earlier part of the game, so it doesn't really count as beating the game. But enough about that shit, let's see what this thing has to say. This sign will tell you about the different states Mudokons can be in. Angry Mudokons will not listen to you unless you show them some sympathy, and will try to smack your face in if you don't watch it. Sad Mudokons also will not listen to you unless you show sympathy, and slapping one of them will result in it killing itself. Wired Mudokons are a bit different. They end up that way because of happy gas, will not listen to you, and will run all over the place like idiots, getting themselves killed. You need to smack some sense into them. Sick Mudokons are suffering one hell of a hangover, and are typically plot related. Blind Mudokons are incredibly annoying, because they are not like regular Mudokons. If you say follow me to a blind Mudokon, even if you stop moving, he will continue to walk unless you tell him to wait, or he blunders into something. Needless to say, blind Mudokons tend to be the most challenging ones to get to safety. Anyway, let's head up into the next screen. Well, the poor Mudokon up there is in one shitty scenario. I will cover those bombs next to him when we arrive where he is. For now, there is one freebie Mudokon to the left.
Hi. Hello. Bumblebee. Okay.
Let's get him into the nearby portal. That has also opened the door. Let's proceed to the right. Okay, turning this valve will open the door, but it will also cause the drain to soak the Mudokon under it, and that's going to piss him off. Yep, I'd be pretty salty about that too. No hard feelings, mate.
Hi. Hi.
Remember, angry Mudokons will not listen to you.
Bumblebee. No.
He's too salty. You're going to need a really heartfelt apology.
Sorry. Okay. Bumblebee. Okay.
Well, that was simple. And here's his portal. Once again that opened the door, let us proceed to the right. Alright, once we turn this valve, these 2 Mudokons are going to turn into fuckwits. Fortunately, Abe himself seems to be immune to the effects of the gas. We are going to have to smack some sense into these 2 happy spastics, but do it on the next screen, otherwise the Mudokon up there might get shot because reasons. Here should be fine. We are going to need them to operate these valves in sync for us, but they're not able to listen to us as long as they are high on that happy gas. Give them a smack to sober them up.
Okay. Okay.
That's more like it.
Follow me. Okay. Where?
You'll have to get them to follow you to the next screen.
Follow you. It'll follow me. Okay.
And here is their portal. Now we are going to ride this platform all the way to the top. Using this thing would explain how quick saving works to you. It just brings you back to the exact spot you did it before you either died or reached the next section. If you quick save in an impossible scenario, do not panic because you can just open the menu and select restart path. No need to reset or anything of the sort. The guy up there is sleeping. You can sneak past sleeping enemies and your footsteps will not wake them, but any louder action will do the job. Simply roll under these fans to proceed. More happy spastics. Step through the doorway to come out at the top and proceed to the left. Be sure you knock some sense into these two immediately, otherwise they're going to wake up the sleeping enemy like complete idiots. And if that happens, he has a machine gun, we are unarmed. It's not going to end well. Careful now. Thankfully, if you sneak, any Mudokons that are following you will do the same. Take the now open door to come out at the bottom. You will have to jump to give the ring a pull, and doing this will open both doors leading right.
Follow me. Okay.
Be free, my friends. Nowhere else to go but down from here. Because you are unarmed, stealth is going to be one of your primary weapons. If you are either sneaking or remaining stationary in a shadowed area, and are not otherwise being loud, most enemies will be unable to detect your presence. This fact is going to become very apparent on the next screen. Be sure to sneak. This guy has no idea I'm behind him. I can even smack him and he's none the wiser. Clearly you're all talk, mate. Such a big manly man, beating up a defenseless slave. Let's give this guy a taste of his own medicine. I am right next to you, you dumb bastard. For those wondering, no, you cannot kill these guys just by giving them a couple of smacks. There are plenty of creative ways to do that. Anyway, we need to rescue the Mudokon, so we are going to keep the guard otherwise tied up. And that's how you best a machine gun wielding enemy using only your angry fist. The Mudokon we just rescued is now a happy spastic, so do your best to enter the next screen quietly. Once the guard buggers off, give him a smack to sober him up, and call the other Mudokon over to the shadows.
Follow me. Okay.
Stay here for a moment. Now wait in these shadows for the guard to pass you. Let's roll. Here we go, time for a crash course in bomb defusing.
Wait. Okay.
Make the two Mudokons following you wait, otherwise one might blunder into an active bomb. So, if you watch the bomb for a little bit, you'll notice that it flashes between green and red in a set pattern. In order to disarm a bomb, you must give it a press while it is green. Pressing it while it is red will result in a very dead Abe, as well as a very dead anything nearby. You can reactivate a bomb by giving it a second press, and while that sounds like a really terrible idea, bombs can be useful against enemies, just food for thought. That's those three sorted. The way to proceed is above us. Hop into this opening and proceed left to the next screen. There's a guard out there on that ledge. Hello, Mr. Guard.
Hi.
The way to proceed is up, but he is in my way.
This British overlord has assumed control. It has assumed control. Dance for me, Quimface. What's the matter? Have to carry a gun because you're compensating for your lack of legs. I consider that wall over there colonized for the British Empire. And as for you, you aren't even worth colonizing. Fling yourself from this ledge and once. Your British overlord demands.
Now that he's out of the picture, let's climb to the top. You will find an opening up here, but don't enter yet. You may have noticed there were bottles on the ground near the guard. Those bottles mean a secret area is near. Pull the lever to teleport to the background. Once you are back here, head to the right, and you will find another teleporter. You know what to do. I can see the bird portal already. Let's go find the Mudokons. Here's 2 of them.
Follow me. Okay.
Let's see if there are more this way. They cannot use the teleporters, so that would be a no. Back to the bird portal. Now let's check out the teleporter. Here's another one. By the way, notice how we are in the background and that guard is in the foreground. Were our position swapped, he would be able to fire at us, but he cannot shoot from over there. If you're curious as to why I don't mind control him, I can't do it on this screen. You see that floating red orb? If you try to chant on a screen with one of those things, it will give you a swift shock, which does not kill you, but it does prevent you from completing your chant. The secret area has reached its end. Let's head back the way we came. Make a running leap to reach the other side. Now that we're back here, let's climb up to the top once again, and this time we will enter that opening. This will ship us off to the next tunnel, but I am going to wrap this video up here. This has been Edgar, and as always, thank you for your patronage.